Hello everyone. This is the part 5 of Unit 6. In this video, we will study about different deadlocks detection methods. They are centralized deadlock detection, hierarchical deadlock detection and distributed deadlock detection, also wait for graph. And we will see different deadlocks detection algorithms. Deadlocks detection methods. It checks whether a deadlock is occurred or not. Once the deadlock is detected, it needs to be resolved by choosing one transaction as a victim which will be aborted to resolve the situation. Detection is done by forming WFG, wait for graph, and looking cycles in it. This figure is a simple wait for graph. There are 3 techniques for deadlock detection. They are centralized deadlock detection, hierarchical deadlock detection and distributed deadlock detection. We will study these deadlock detections one by one. Wait for graph. This is a simple method available to track if any deadlock situation may arise. For each transaction entering into the system, a node is created. The wait for the graph is maintained by the system for every transaction which is waiting for some data held by the others. The system keeps checking the graph if there is any cycle in the graph. Now, we will study different deadlocks detections methods. First one is centralized deadlock detection. In centralized deadlock detection, one server takes the role of global deadlock detector, GDD. Each server sends the latest copy of its local WFG to the GDD. The coordinator constructs a global graph and checks for cycles and makes a decision on how to resolve the deadlock. If there are one or more cycles in distributed WFG, or global WFG, then GDD needs to break every cycles by aborting one or more transactions. All decisions are made by the central control node. It must maintain the global WFG constantly or periodically reconstruct it. Problems in centralized deadlock detection. Cost of collecting information is high. Phantom deadlock. Phantom deadlocks. A deadlock that is detected but is not really a deadlock is called a phantom deadlock. It may occur when some deadlock transactions abort or release locks. In distributed deadlock detection, information about wait for relationships between transactions is transmitted from one server to another. If there is a deadlock, the necessary information will be collected in one place and the cycle will be detected. As this procedure will take some time, there is a chance that one of the transactions that holds a lock will meanwhile have released it, in which case the deadlock will no longer exist. Second is hierarchical deadlock detection. Here, nodes are organized in a tree structure with one site at the root of the tree. Each node, except for leaf node, has information about the dependent nodes. Deadlock is detected by nodes that is common ancestor, parent, of all nodes which have resource allocation in conflict. This is the simple diagram of hierarchical deadlock detection. Here, the master control node forms the root of the tree, with leaf node having no control responsibility, and interior nodes serving as controllers for their branches. Advantages of hierarchical deadlock detection: more reliable than centralized deadlock. It has very low dependency on single node. Disadvantage of hierarchical deadlock detection: implementation of this techniques is complex. Deadlock detection becomes complex especially when sites and common link might have failure. Now, distributed deadlock detection. In this detection, the responsibility of deadlock detection is distributed among all sites, or nodes. Each site shares same and equal responsibility. There is no difference between local deadlock detection, LDD, and global deadlock detection, GDD. Each LDD shares its LWFG with every sites, especially those involved in its deadlock cycle. Advantages: distributed deadlock detection is no single point of failure. Disadvantage of distributed deadlock detection is difficult to implement. Deadlocks detection algorithms. As we had already discussed 3 different deadlocks detection techniques, these deadlock detection techniques have different algorithms. In centralized deadlock detection algorithm, there are 2 algorithms: Horam-Amorti's one-phase algorithms and Horam-Amorti's two-phase algorithms. In distributed deadlock detection algorithms, there are Obermark's path-pushing algorithm and Chandy-Mishra's edge-chasing algorithm. In hierarchical deadlock detection algorithms, there are Manasmunt's algorithm and Horamamorty's algorithm. From next video, we will study these algorithms one by one in details.